Hello watch aficionados, I hope you're all really well. Posting, I don't think I posted too long ago, so I think I'm on a pretty decent roll in terms of my YouTube channel posting as of late anyway. So today I'm posting from one of the bedrooms, just having some work done around the house. I was waiting for the workers to finish so that I could crack on with the video, but it was just taking a lot longer than quoted. So I've tucked away to one of the bedrooms, got my laptop out, thought I'd set the scene here, got a Panerai box. I thought, let's do this half decent, or at least a little bit better than I usually do. I've also thought I'll experiment with 24 frames per second. I was just really curious how it would come out. I did a few test runs before, and there's something neat about seeing a 24 frame per second video. But anyway guys, so what's been going on, what's the update and everything? I think my last video I was talking about Tudor, the Tudor Bronze, the Tudor P01, and I was talking about the Seiko Captain Willard Blue limited edition. So from those three options, I obviously bought a fourth option, which I didn't even talk about. As we do in the watch world, I mean, like the wild card thing, right? I was thinking, what should I do? The P01, actually, I picked up in London. A friend of mine's keeping it for me. It was just a better price than Dubai, and I've yet to receive it. Obviously, with travel restrictions at the moment, it's just not going to work. So it wasn't a watch I'd planned to wear anyway much. It was just a watch that I thought I'd want to just add to the collection due to its nattiness, craziness and prototypiness of it all. So what did I go for? Right, well I went for the Panerai Luminor 1950s 1033. That's what I went for. I liked this watch. The first time I laid eyes on it, probably this time last year, except the Panerai AD and me we just couldn't get down to an agreement in terms of price. I was just refusing to pay the recommended retail price. I was just flat out refusing, even though I think back then I got maybe 5 or 10% off. I just was thinking, no. And then lockdown happened, and then the whole Panerai project got put on hold. I think, in fact, one of my videos last year, I did a kind of lockdown series where I was posting from my car just to maintain a bit of mental stability. I was getting out in the car and posting videos here and there. But in one of those videos, I mentioned Panerai, the 1033, and I mentioned Panerai in that video because I thought, well, everyone's jumping on the Rolex. At what point are you a watch person, and at what point are you an investor? And are you honest enough with yourself to look in the mirror and realize, okay, I'm just an investor, I enjoy the watches, I wear them carefully, or the watch wears me carefully, and I make my money. Anyway, separate topic. So I bought the 1033 recently, and you know what? I bought it at a good price. I bought this watch, it's a year old, perfect condition, like perfect condition. Like, there might be a hairline somewhere, scratch, I don't know, but it's one of those things. A watch has already got its little 1 or 2 hairline blemishes or marks. Enjoy the watch, right? But this, honestly, it's perfect. I mean, the guy was so honest about the watch. He said that there's a mark somewhere, which, you know what, when you get the loop out and you start looking, you'll find something, but it's in A1 condition. I'm really happy with it. Really happy with it. And I've obviously picked up a strap. I just picked this strap up today, in fact. Haven't put it on yet. I might put it on for some watch shots. The guy who bought this strap, crazy as me, he's like, literally, I bought the strap just to take pictures of my watch. I was like, so you haven't really worn it? He's like, I wore it once. I just mainly do it because I like to take pictures of watches and straps. He's a big pan guy. So I picked this strap up. I've got another strap coming already. I ordered it on Instagram. I think at one point, I'm going to have to start floating some names in my videos. I mean, listen, I don't have a lot of followers. I don't pitch my YouTube to have a lot of followers. I probably have the right followers. But let's put it that way. I have the right followers. It's enough for me to handle. I couldn't handle anymore. I think I'd just die somewhere in a corner with my watches. So I think there was an opportunity for me to at least plug one or two brands there. You know, someone who does Panerai straps, someone who sells watches. This guy sold a watch he bought from a cricketer. In fact, this watch was owned by a cricketer for a few months, barely worn. I think for some people it's just a big watch, so they usually get rid of the pans. But anyway, that was my long introduction into me buying a Panerai. I'm just having a little coffee here. You know, I'm trying to, I'm going so lazy at the moment that I just keep using these cups just because they're the perfect size for my coffee machine. I need to buy a cup which, when I press espresso twice, it's the perfect size. But this polystyrene one or whatever, I just keep reusing it. I wash it and reuse it. Like, my missus hates it because she's like, why are you washing and reusing it? I just don't want to be wasteful. You know, all against protecting the planet. Anyway, so the Panerai turned 33. What do I think of it? Let me take the watch off a little bit. I mean, listen, for me to do a more intricate video on the watches, I'd probably have to put the camera like above the watch and move you behind the camera and show you it. But, you know, how much are you going to see? This is it. This is the Panerai 1033. Beautiful sandwich dial, no sausage dial, sandwich dial. Beautiful blue, sunburst blue. I wouldn't call it as sunburst as, let's say, a bluesy or anything like that. I wouldn't say it's a more faded sunburst, you know, but it's a nice one, you know, it catches the light. Sometimes I'm a little bit taken back when I see it. It's very nice. It's the GMT as well. 3-day power reserve. It's got the open case at the back, so you see everything. It's got 3-day power reserve. I mean, there's so much going for this watch. This is why I liked it first time I saw it about a year ago. It's a limited run of 1500, but then again, everything Panerai produced these days is limited. But it is number 99 of, oh sorry, it is number 99 of 1000. So that's pretty cool. Number 99, good number that. What could I say? It's 300 meter water resistant. I mean, it's a dive watch. And you know what? 8 years warranty. I've got warranty on this watch, on this bad boy until I think mid 2028. So I've got some serious warranty loving going on. I think Panerai have done really well on this one. And you know, if I was to say, what could I change? I'm still, to be honest, not sure if I would change it, but I just don't know if I like the faux patina or not on the watch. I think this is one of the reasons I bought this strap. It will match the faux patina on this on the hour markers. But anyway, listen, you know, I've spent the last day looking at straps online, and it's a massive world out there in the Panerai strap world. I mean, massive. But you know what I have enjoyed? I've enjoyed the enjoyment. I've enjoyed the excitement. I've enjoyed feeling alive a little bit in the watch world. You know, I was also thinking about picking up a 41 millimeter sub no date, and I was really close to buying this watch. It wasn't AD. It was going to be from a reseller, small premium. But you know what? I would have done it. I was thinking about this. 41 millimeter no date, and the conclusion was that I would have just been buying a sub no date. I just already knew that I'd pick up the watch, I'd put it on, I'd look at it and go, cool, got a no date, and I'd crack on with my day. There wasn't anything that was exciting me about buying a no date other than it was a newer no date with a 41mm case and a new movement. But on that time only watch, I mean, nothing was really exciting me about it. I needed to put my money into something that was going to put a smile on my face. That's why I was looking at the P01. That's why I was looking at the Seiko Captain Willard Blue. That's why I was looking at the Tudor Bronze. These watches were awakening something within me again from the watch world. Looking at the next Saab, or this Saab, or the GMT it was becoming routine. And it was becoming the status quo of it all. I mean, for good reason, but it was just becoming the status quo. And I'm a big guy, you know, I thought, you know, let's get something big. And the Panerai, I was looking at the 42 Panerais. I was looking at the I was looking at 42. The 47 Pams, even for me, slightly larger guy. Just the 47mm Pan is, I'm not like large in terms of big bone structure. I'm large in terms of I've trained a lot of my life structure. So sometimes I'm just, you know, just an average dude who's just obviously trained for most of his life. So the watch has to sort of fit just your bone structure as well. So the 47mm Panerais were out. I think the one I liked was the 1389 submersible, but it was just too much of a frying pan. I mean, you just want to start cracking your eggs open on it. So that was kind of the thought process behind it all, guys. And you know, I was thinking about this Panerai, and I was kind of staying away from the guy. I just, you know, when you're looking to buy a watch and you're not sure whether you should spend money, and you know that you shouldn't view the watch, because you know yourself pretty well that if you do go view the watch and you've done your good due diligence before viewing the watch, you know pretty much you're going to buy the watch, right? So you kind of avoid that point of sale of buying the watch. And I was doing it with this one. It was for a few weeks I saw it and I was like, nah, you know, sometime I will. And then I did the due diligence, asked a question. The guy was really open, transparent, shared all the details with me. And I thought, actually, I got the money ready and I thought, I'll go see the watch, because see a watch with money, right? And I was actually cross-shopping this Panerai with the Panerai 233, which is amazing. The Panerai 233, 8-day manual wind, 8-day power reserve, 192 hours, domed crystal, GMT, flatter than this. What a watch. I'm half tempted to go back and get that 233. I really am. And I wanted a 233 and this watch, and I just couldn't pick. But at the end of the day, I just had to go with the Panerai, which has been on my mind for the last year. I just had to do it. I mean, the 233 was a late entry into this race. It was a late entry. It came out of nowhere. I didn't know enough about it. I researched it. It is the classic Panerai. It's beautiful. It's got everything. It's an amazing Panerai, but I wanted a blue watch. My collection is pretty much just black watches, black Saab, black SD, another black SD, a Deep Seas. It's all just pretty much black watches. I mean, the Deep Sea has a little bit of blue in it, but I don't wear the Deep Sea. So it had to be this, and I'm happy I went with it, although I still am thinking about the 233. So obviously, what's the first thing you do once you get your pan? You decide which strap you're going to do, or which strap you're going to wear. And it's like it's not a minefield out there when you're getting or deciding the strap for your Panerai, but how the hell do you know what's going to look good and what's going to look bad? How do you know? You go pictures, you go that, oh yeah, this one looks good, but none of them really are your pan. And there's not many pan shops or watch strap places which have blue dials Panerais. So first thing I noticed is actually black is a lot more versatile. I mean, black's always been more versatile. Blacks are way more versatile when it comes to straps. But it's all right. I thought I'd go on the color of the markers, and I thought I'd go on the color of the dial. So I've got myself a nice custom made, in fact, custom made, they're all custom made, but you can customize a few things about them further down the order process. So I've got a nice soft calf leather gray one coming. It's got some light blue blotches on it, which are really they're not obvious. They're quite well hidden, but they're there. So it kind of complements the blue dial. But it's a grey strap essentially with light blue blotches on it. Weird to imagine. And the stitching of this strap is the same colour as the hour markers. So the seller and I had a chat. I said, look, you got these straps, I'm looking for this. He's like, look, why don't we just mix it up? I said, okay, we'll do the stitching from this one and the strap from this one and the blotching from this one. I'm really happy with that. I mean, the customer service I got from some of these strap guys, fantastic. Like I enjoyed that process. And it's the watch process. It's, you know, I wake up in the morning, the Panerai's on the side. Admittedly, I don't feel that I can sleep in a Panerai. It's not as comfortable as me wearing the SD on a bracelet or the sub on a bracelet. It's not as comfortable, right? Plus, at the moment, I've got a rubber strap. You're gonna get a little bit sweaty. But the Panerai, I kind of save it for when I leave the house or when I go out somewhere. I save it a little when I leave the house. I mean, most of the time now, I wear my, what is it? My Fit Watch. I've got a Huawei Fit Watch, which I just wanted to watch for fitness. I don't want to watch for emails. I want to watch for fitness. I wear that most of the time. I want to measure my steps, heart rate, everything. So that's with me most of the time. And even at times when I wear another watch, I still wear it on the other wrist. I'm doing the, what's that guy, Captain something? He used to wear two watches, I totally forgot his name. Schwarzkopf, that's it, yeah. So I'm doing a Schwarzkopf with a Fit Watch and whatever Swiss watch I'm wearing. But you know, it's been exciting. And I was talking with a friend of mine and we both just came to the conclusion, it's like, for most, I mean, even those who might not admit it, Rolex has just become the next Bitcoin game, and I stopped kind of enjoying wearing the Rolexes. I mean, look, the Rolexes I enjoyed wearing most were the Rolexes which were maintaining their price or 10-20% more. Those are the ones I was enjoying most. The Rolexes I enjoyed least were those which were worth 50% more than, or no, those that were worth more, 90% more than they were purchased for. Those are the ones I just didn't enjoy because you know what? I prefer the cash. Sorry, most people do. I love watches, but I prefer the cash. I've never wanted a watch to appreciate or be crazy like that. If I want that, I'll just play the crypto game and just, you know, play with that market. You know, that's, you know, it's all on cold storage on my phone and I can monitor it. I don't have to worry about, you know, safes and all that sort of stuff. But anyway, back to that. We just agreed that, you know, Rolex is good to collect, you know, certain pieces, but it's more for the investment side of it. I mean, he's got everything. He's got OP41s, he's got everything, Daytonas, and he's like, don't wear any of them. He says, I just don't like them. They're there for whatever in the future, because that's just the way the crazy world, the way the world is now, which is crazy. But he's like, I prefer my Amiga, I prefer my Zenith. It's kind of similar for me. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love my SD50 and my SD pre-ceramic. Other than that, I am not interested in any other Rolex. So now, you know, I kind of feel like the shackles are off a little bit. The shackles are off a little bit in terms of, I think a lot of us for the last few years have been like this, you know, tied to Rolex. And, you know, now with everything that's happened with Rolex, you can't get the pieces you want, the piece you want. You can't get your dream watch, go on a wish list, which ain't gonna happen for you. You're forced to look elsewhere. And, you know, I've got this Pan 1033 and, you know, let's say it's been 2-3 days now, but since I've had the watch, it's only been 3 days, but it's been a lovely 2-3 days. It's been a fun 2-3 days. I bought this watch at below retail. I could probably sell it for the same price or maybe a little bit more. I don't want to. I really enjoy this watch. It's different. People I've met, they're like, oh, I noticed you've got a different watch. And I say to them, what do you think of it? What do you think of it? They're like, it suits you down to a T. Why have you not had this watch before? And you obviously think, oh, you know, Rolex. The fact is, you know, that's the fact. It's really nice. I mean, I had a 320 before. I had a Panerai 320 GMT maybe 4 or 5 years ago. I remember I did a video when I was shaved. Everyone said I looked like Henry Cavill or something like that. And I had that 320, but it was a very thick watch. Not only was it large like this, it was just a little bit too thick, and I sold it a few months after. I noticed it within the first few days, it was quite a thick watch. This is flatter and nicer, sits nicer, it's more comfortable. This can go under your shirt. So, you know, that was kind of about it, guys. I mean, you know, again, I wanted to bullet point my video today and cover some things, but you know, the child in me just got the coffee ready and the camera and put the watch on, and I thought, let's just do it off the bat and see where this leads me. And sometimes I do repeat myself, or I go on a roundabout, you know, but I guess that's the beauty of just like doing it off the top of your head. So, you know, I've got my straps coming for the Panerai. I am thinking about adding a Panerai 233. And I think in summary, or in conclusion to this video, I just feel, I feel like a little bit of, I just feel a bit kind of free at the moment, because the whole Rolex game is pretty much finished for me here in Dubai, you know, buying from ADs. I had the opportunity to buy a well-priced at premium no-date sub, but I decided, you know what, it doesn't excite me enough. It didn't excite me enough to go even pick that watch up. It just didn't excite me enough. And then I just knew that I would have put the 41 on, and I just would have said, yeah, cool, got the sub, keep the price. Nice looking watch as it's a sub, of course, but barely looks any different to my SDs. It would just be adding a cousin to the Rolexes, which I already have. It's just a slightly slimmer cousin or a newer cousin, but albeit it looks all the same. And the Panerai, well, I don't know, maybe this has opened up Panerai world to me. I'm not going to become a Paneristi and go crazy, but I think this and the 233, and maybe if you're looking to enter at a lower price point, the Panerai 111, are just beautiful watches. Beautiful watches. I mean, you know, if you've got a nice shirt or t-shirt on or anything, it looks fantastic. And you know, look at the Panerai, sandwich dial, GMT hand, date, small second-hand dial, the detail, the open case back, and for the price, I mean, you know, how can you go wrong with that? You'll enjoy the watch. 3-day power reserve. There's just so many plus points. And listen, I mean, beauty's in the eye of the beholder. You either like Panerai or you don't. I've always liked Panerai. I know a lot of people don't like Panerai. I've always liked it. You have to go with what you like, and what at the end of the day puts a smile on your face, because what puts a smile on your face is just gonna cause someone else to frown and look at you like a weird person. But anyway, thanks guys. I hope I've covered most of my points. I have this terrible habit of, as soon as I press stop record, I always have this habit of remembering a few points which I could have brought up, but I didn't because I forgot. But thanks guys, have a good day, and I look forward to some of your comments below. I'll try to be as interactive as I can. Have a good day, bye.